Glad to welcome to start our show Congresswoman Lynn Jenkins. How are you, Lynn?
I'm great. How are you?
You'd agree, what a difficult and straining week this is for members of Congress.
It's been a tough week.
Yeah.
Everybody respected and admired Gabby Giffords, our colleague from the House, and our thoughts and prayers continue to be with her and all the victims from Arizona.
You would add those as well. How well did you know, do you know Gabrielle Giffords? Had you worked with her a lot? Or there are 435 of you, so you don't always get to know members of Congress as much as you might like to know them. Do you know her very well?
Well, I've known Gabby for over 10 years. We were in a ACYPL program together, traveled to Vietnam together.
Now, what is that?
It's a young political leaders group,
Okay.
and in another group in '05 out in the Aspen Institute. So I've known her for many years. She's a very bright young woman, one of the most intelligent individuals I think I've ever met, and she's holding her own, doing well.
And isn't that a miracle?
It is a miracle.
Right. If you get to see her soon and talk to her, what would you like to say to her?
Well, we wish her Godspeed. We need her to come back, and it looks like she is holding her own. We wish her well. No one is going to, take her off their prayer list, I think, anytime soon.
Not anytime soon at all. The service is in Tucson later tonight, and we did understand, passing along a news tip, the Westboro Baptist Church members have decided not to go to Tucson and protest the funeral of the 9-year-old girl, Christina Green. They will not go to Tucson for that. But the president is there and making his comments. Lynn, this also begs the question of security. How secure do you and our congressional members need to be? Jerry Moran was on 580. He said, this is the act of one lone madman, and we can't impose restrictions on America because of the actions of one man. Do you agree with that?
I do. He was just terribly deranged. It's unfortunate, but I don't think we can anticipate a lot of incidents like this. So we have security reviewing all of the measures that are in place. We will do whatever we can to keep our members of the staff safe and our constituents when we have events. We need to ensure that they're safe. But I think one of the most important things that I can do when I represent people in Washington is to get out and about and visit one-on-one, face-to-face, eyeball to eyeball with individuals, and I am not going to let deeply disturbed individual prevent me from doing that. It's just not an option. What
kind of security do you have at your events? And describe the kinds of events you have. You don't have them at supermarkets as Gabby did. You have them in a hotel or a city hall, or where do you normally have them? What kind of security do you have?
We have had events across the 2nd District about any place you can imagine, in coffee shops, in city halls, in little libraries, the local libraries, out on the lawns we've had gatherings. So, we meet with individuals all across the 2nd District. Security has never come up before. We've never felt a need to have any security.
Do you think it will, and will there be any congressional mandates about you are now required to have this level of security?
Well,
will Speaker Boehner say anything like that?
I believe that's what the Capitol Police and the security they're reviewing right now, and we'll advise our staff accordingly. And we will take all precautions. Like I say, I'm not going to take any chance with my staff or the folks that come to our events, but it will no way prevent me from interacting one-on-one, face-to-face with the folks in the 2nd District.
And let's talk about a few other things. Of course, all spending, federal spending, originates in Congress. You're on the Ways and Means Committee, and for those, I'm vaguely familiar with that. Explain, Ways and Means is a very important committee assignment, and what will you be doing as part of that?
Well, the Ways and Means Committee has a lot on its plate. It will be, I think, the place to be, especially in the next few years. It will have jurisdiction over this health care debate. In addition to that, of course, it does all tax legislation, all trade legislation, and so we've got our hands full with those issues alone.
Right. You said trade issues. Is that cap and trade? Is that included in that? And where do we stand on that?
No, the cap and trade bill will be massaged or killed over in the Energy and Commerce Committee, but we do have a Kansan that will be there. Mike Pompeo has been appointed to that committee. They do energy issues, of course, but trade issues will actually be one of my subcommittees. And I think it's very important to the folks here in the 2nd District and really all of the state of Kansas, especially as important as agriculture is to
Sure.
this. We need to see 3 trade agreements signed very soon. And so that will probably be one of the first things that we tee up when we get back.
And when will you be back?
Well, we're hoping to be back next week, and the schedule has not been released, but that's what we're anticipating.
Okay, but everyone definitely shaken by all this.